Before we begin, I'd like to take a few moments to help you find your comfortable meditation seat. There are many ways and places that you can sit. What's really important is that you can align the spine so that the crown is over the tailbone. The back is neither excessively arched nor excessively rounded. It's aligned and it's tall. The shoulders are relaxed. The hands can relax on your legs. And the legs can be in a variety of ways of positioning. So you can sit in this position as I am now, one heel drawn into the other, both legs onto the floor. You can also come into a regular cross-legged seated position. But you'll notice that in both of these, I'm sitting on something that elevates my hips so that my hips are parallel with my knees or higher than my knees. It might be that this bolster or something like it is too high for you. You might prefer something a little bit lower, such as a block, or I like to put a blanket over my block because if you're sitting for a period of time, the hard edges of the block can get a little tough. So a blanket over the block. The legs again can be folded in cross leg or closer in. If you find when you sit in a cross-legged seat that your knees are hovering in the air, it can be very helpful to take an additional prop. So another block, another blanket, or even a couple of bolsters, so that you simulate the knees touching the floor by giving them something to rest on. The body will rest much more comfortably and be much more comfortable to be in if the legs are not having to work to hold themselves upright. So a support under the knees or the knees all the way to the floor. You can also extend the legs straight forward. It really doesn't matter what position you sit in, so long as you're comfortable and your spine is upright. You can even take this bolster and use it to straddle, which is comfortable for many people if it's all right for your knees. The last option, which is always a good one, is a chair. If you're sitting in a chair, position yourself in the chair so that your legs are at 90 degrees. So your ankles are under your knees are lined up with your hips. Preferably sitting a little bit forward in the chair instead of leaning back into the backrest so that you're still getting the work of sitting up tall, but there's not as much strain on your lower back. For some, sitting on the floor between the hips or the knees, there's strain. So the position of the shoulders is still relaxed, the hands are still relaxed, the muscles of the face and the jaw are relaxed, and you can sit in whatever position enables you to be most comfortable and able to turn your attention inward.